as of Friday. With the partners, we did sit down and we did discuss and make some changes that are actually going to start in effect today. So again, I want to let you guys know those changes will start in effect today. And for those of you who are at leader position or at team lead position or at sales rep position, you might want to pay attention and tap in, because I am going to drop some serious new changes for you guys here. Okay, cool. So first and foremost, as most of you know, everybody that joins CMC starts off as a sales rep, right? As a sales rep, our compensation is $175 per direct TV sale. In order to get from sales rep to the next tier would be leader. To qualify for leader, like Andy mentioned, prior to COVID, we needed 15 sales in 3 weeks, but now every sale counts as 2. So in reality, you need 8 sales in 3 weeks. Once you hit your 8 sales in 3 weeks, then you get qualified to leader position. At leader position, you get a upgrade in your pay. You go from 175 to 225, right? That's almost a $50 raise, if you want to call it, right? That being said, at leader position, leaders, there is responsibility with that, right? Once you're a leader, then not only do you pretty much acknowledge that you're going to do whatever it takes and you're going to hop on all these trainings and you're going to hop on all the leaders' calls and you're going to participate. And also what that means is now you're ready to train, right? That's when the real fun starts. You're beginning to get ready to not only train yourself on how to train people, but really just develop others, right? Develop other skills, develop others on how they could get better at their sales, right? So when you're at leader, we do have a qualification for you that you must meet. The first qualification is that you need to have 2 successful retrains. So what that means is, I have the slides if you want to share my screen. Cool. So Andy's going to get that up for you guys right now. Perfect. So like I said, everybody starts off as a sales rep, right? You get your 8 sales in 3 weeks and you do promote to leader. Once you are at leader, your compensation goes from 175 to 225. Perfect. Thank you, Andy. You could go down for me one time. We're at leader, 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 leader. Keep going. One more. Awesome, right there. Perfect. So after you get your 8 sales in 3 weeks, you then get promoted to leader. Once you are at leader, your compensation is at $225 per sale, okay? So when you are at leader, we do require one requirement for you guys, which is you need to successfully retrain 2 people, okay? So what that means is your team leader or your partner is going to have a rep. This could be a rep that's struggling out in the field. Maybe they were doing well at first, and then maybe that second week they didn't get no sales. They're out there by themselves. That being said, your team leader or partner will have you successfully retrain them. And if you could complete 2 successful retrains, perfect. What that does is that qualifies you now to get overrides, okay? Again, let me repeat this. This qualifies you to get overrides as a leader, okay? So your compensation and overrides at the leader position will be 25 per sale for every person that you train on your team that gets a sale. So for example, Rudy, if you have a guy that's on your team and you train him and he goes and gets 2 sales that week, you're making a $25 override per sale, okay? And that is the leader position, okay? Now the next tier, to get to team lead, okay? To get to team lead, you need to get 15 sales amongst your team back-to-back weeks, okay? Prior to this, it used to be 3 weeks in a row, but now we actually made it a little easier for you guys. We're actually only asking for 2 weeks in a row of production of 15 amongst your team. Keep in mind, your sales do count towards your volume as well, okay? So in reality, if you got 2 guys on your team, 2 really sharp guys, and they're getting 5 sales a week, and you're averaging 5 sales a week, and you're hitting the standard of what a team leader and partner should, with 3 people in your team, you could easily get to that team leader position, okay? So once you get to team leader position, you get another little raise. You go from 225 compensation to 250 per sale. And not only do you get a raise in your compensation, you actually get a little more in your override as well. Rather than making 25 per sale off someone you train and develop, you're now making $50 override off someone you train and develop, okay? And again, it's, you know, for some of you that are right there in the leader position, right, you're almost at team lead. Maybe you have one guy in your team and you're getting around 8 sales between both of you. Just push a little harder, man, and you'll definitely get to that team lead position. Again, it's only 15 sales in an interval of a week, and we do need that back-to-back weeks for you to qualify to hit that team leader position, right? Because anybody could do it in a week, right? But we want to make sure it's not a fluke, and we want to make sure that you're able to do that back-to-back weeks. Perfect.
Question,
So,
Dre.
yes, sir.
So if I hit 15, this is for everybody, I know. So if I hit 15 this week, next week I don't hit it, but the following week I hit it, does that count?
No. It has to be 2 consecutive weeks in a row. 2 consecutive weeks. Is that clear for everybody? Awesome.
Yep.
Cool. So then the next position after team leader is the position we keep hyping up, right? That position that everybody's striving for from the get-go, right? The reason why you joined this company, right? The reason why you want to be in the position of the Stefans, the Gios, the Steves, the Peter Wangs, the Moes, right? These are the guys that, you know, put in all that work, and, you know, they have that platform to call themselves partner, right? So in order to get from team leader to partner, pretty much what happens is you need to double your production as a team leader, right? So you need to get 30 sales a week amongst your entire organization, okay? When you are a partner, the same thing like team leader, you have to get it in back-to-back weeks, okay? Prior to this, we used to make it 3 weeks in a row, but we decided to only make it 2 weeks in a row for you guys because we really want to see you guys achieve. We really want to see you guys hit the next step, and we're really looking for the next partner that we could promote. So that being said, you hit your 30 sales within your entire organization, back-to-back weeks. Once you're a partner, you hit your 30 sales. Not only are you making your $50 override off your team, the people that you train, the sales that your guys get, and not only are you making your $250 off every sale you make, now the beauty of it is that once you hit your 30, you're actually getting an additional $50 override off the entire organization. So for those of you who don't know, 30 times 50 is $1,500 a week, right? So that's a lot of money, right? That's the type of money that, you know, people are making every 2 weeks, putting in 80 hours of payroll, right? So this is the kind of financial freedom income that we're talking about that one needs to really be that cornerstone in their family, man. So, you know, the roadmap is there for you guys, man. It's laid out. For those of you who don't have these slides, get with your team leader, get with your partner. Go ahead and ask us, or even get with me. I'll be more than happy to send you guys these slides. That way you guys have them for your reference. And I'll tell you this, if you guys don't know this on the back of your head without looking at the slides, then I don't know what you guys are doing, man. Because for me, coming up, I needed to know exactly how the heck do I need to get to the next step? What do I need to do, right? Set it as your background, as your phone, put it on a poster on your wall, whatever the hell you want to do with it. Figure it out and just keep looking at it, man. Looking at it, remind yourself what you're working for, right? A lot of times when we're out there, we get distracted and we forget what we're working for. We forget what we're striving for. And sometimes when that happens, it kind of leads you off course, right? So this is a perfect tool for you guys to just remind yourself consistently, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to get done. This is why I'm working. This is the next step. This is what I'm striving for, right? So again, this is our roadmap to success. This was brought to you amongst all the partners, and this is for you guys, man. This is all for every new guy that hasn't heard this, or people who have heard this. This is all for you guys to really get to that next step. So that being said, I do want to open up to questions. If anybody has any questions that might have any questions for me, maybe for any of these processes that I mentioned, if you guys need any more clarification, again, now would be the time for you guys to chime in.
I have a question about so recruiting people. Now that I'm lead, would I be able to recruit people off the back, or I have to finish up the training of becoming a trainer and then be able to?
Perfect. That is an excellent question, Fernando. First and foremost, before I do answer your question, man, I just want to give you a round of applause for hitting leadership, my brother. That's big
Thank
time. Big time. I believe this is your 3 weeks into the company, right? And you truly are the definition of making it happen, man. And, I just want to say a little something about Fernando before I do answer his question. His first week in the business, we took him on a road trip to San Diego. I want to say this was 3 weeks ago. And this was after the first week he had trained. So he's kind of getting ready to hit doors on his own. And, he wanted to go out there and really get a feel for it. And that whole week, if you want me to be completely honest with you guys, 5 days, he did not get one sale. His first week out there on his own. He did not get one. And I remember talking to Ryan, his trainer, and Ryan's like, man, like, Ryan was not too optimistic about him. He's like, man, this guy's going to be a lot of work. Like, like we're going to have to really drill him. But, the beauty of it was any person that I probably met in this business, if they don't get a sale in one whole week, they're done. That's it. That's just the nature of it, right? Because money talks. Money speaks for itself, especially in an all-commission business. So for Fernando to really stick through it, it was hilarious because the conversation he had with me that Saturday was, hey, boss, so when can I travel and go work out of state? And I said, whoa, pump the brakes, my man. Let's talk about leadership first. Let's get you to leadership, and then we could talk about road trips and talk about you venturing out to other markets, right? And this kid, man, he just tells me, I'm on it. I got it. Don't worry. I'm going to do it. And little do you know, man, he persevered the next week, got 4 or 3, I want to say. And as of this week, past week, he got 7, man. So it's really remarkable, the work that you put in, man. And I just really want to commend your work. But again, to answer your question now, so first and foremost, I want you guys to understand, this is a personal recruit business, man. If you have anybody in mind, anybody that's a friend, that's a family, that's a cousin, anybody that wants to join the business, you being in the business, they skip the entire interview process, man. You can automatically refer them directly into your team, and those could be the first people you train. A little rule of thumb and just of personal experience, I remember when I first joined leadership and I was able to train, the first people I brought in were my friends. The reason being is because they already trust you, right? They already believe in you, right? They already know, they have some kind of belief in you. So that being said, they're more likely to stick. So yeah, the question, if you have anybody that you want to bring on, now is the time to bring them on. Now is the time to step full on the gas, Fernando, and keep pushing and training. And if you don't have anybody that you could bring in, that's not a worry at all. We're constantly recruiting people every week for you guys, and we will definitely have a new person or new rep for you ready to rock and roll every single week, week in and week out. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome.
One thing I just
Any
want
other
to
questions? Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, so for all you guys who want to do personal recruiting, I have a template for you guys so you guys can post on your social medias that we're hiring. And all you have to do is respond to that or just send it to our hiring manager. Send the information to the hiring manager. So we're going to make it really easy for you guys. Just post the template. And if they're excited about it, great. Let them know a little bit about the business and just bring them in.
Thank you, Andy. Cool. Any other questions? Anybody on the call that might have a question, right? Overrides, leaders, any questions, any clarification on what it is? Team leaders, anybody?
I have a question
Quick
in
question.
regards to overrides.
Cool. Go ahead. Whoever was that first.
Go ahead, Ryan.
So as far as the overrides in the leadership position, the $25 overrides, that starts after 2 successful retrains, or
Yeah, so that would start after 2 successful retrains. Obviously, you and Rudy have already successfully trained 2, so that for you guys, it would start starting today.
all right, bet.
Awesome. Go ahead, Rudy.
My answer has been questioned. I mean,
My boy Rudy was so excited that he reversed his whole statement.
The question has been answered.
There you go.
I got a question for you, D.
ahead,
So as
go
far
ahead,
as so each rep has to have 2 successful retrains, right? So is that like taking one person out and retraining them for the week, or is it like 2 cells that they have to promote with any individual?
Yeah, so from based on my knowledge, what I know, that's 2 successful sales, different days that they have to show with an individual.
Perfect.
2 days.
That's
2
good.
days. Mm-hmm.
2 days. Okay, cool. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. And again, once that is completed, then you qualify to make your $25 override off whomever you train as a leader. This is big time, man, especially for those of you who have been making money on sales. Now's the time to start adding that override. And I can tell you from experience, it's a really good feeling. It's a really good feeling because all that hard work that you put in, it starts to pay off. Cool. Any other questions? Perfect. I think that's about all I have on my end. Andy, do you want to go ahead and end with high rollers before we get these leaders off this call?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm gonna need the partners' help with this one. We have a big day in terms of promotions. So whoever's getting promoted this week, I want the partners to chime in and recognize those guys or gals. All right. So cool. So we did over 125 sales last week. Like I said, I do want to start by setting some goals for this week, and then we'll end with high rollers here. So we got Chris did 1. We got Daniel Arrow did 1. Jasmine that did 1. So for you guys, I want you guys to put your new goal for this week. Hopefully, you have a bigger goal than last week that you want to accomplish. Okay, so for those who I just mentioned, write your goals down on GroupMe on what you want to achieve this week. Okay, so Jeffrey, Kelvin, Ryan, Travis, Ronell, Rick, Cameron, Pete, and Craig, you guys all did 2 last week. Okay, what's your goal for this week? Is it going to be 2 again, or is it going to be more? All right, so take this time to go on GroupMe and write out your goals. Right, with a goal, with a direction, you have a higher chance of hitting it. Without a direction, you'll wake up not knowing what to do. So that's why we do this goal every single day, every single week. So we got Kevin, Fernando, Diego, Isaiah, Summer, and Edgar. You guys all did 3 last week. Okay, what's your goal for this week? All right, we got G Money, Hugo, and Rudy. You guys did 4. Okay, let's think about what you guys want for this week. All right, so for the high rollers, everybody, what's the standard? Where do we want to be? Every single week, week in, week out. Can somebody answer that?
5 or higher.
Okay, I thought I heard 15. What's the answer? 5.
One a day, baby.
1 a day, baby. That's 6. Yeah, so we're all we're asking for is 5. That's the standard that we have here. And when you're making 5 a week, you don't have to worry about no stress really, depending on your financials. But 5 is a good mark. Okay, this is that $1,000 barrier that you want to break every week. So Mo, Vivian, Danny, David, Sebastian, Ryan, and yeah, you guys all hit 5. You guys hit the standards, the bare minimum. Great job to you guys. What's your goal for this week? Okay. Is it 6, 7, 8? What is it? All right. So write that on GroupMe. Cameron Ho, great job last week. Mr. Jeremy, okay, ended with 6. Great stuff. Again, write out your goal. And then we got Fernando, again, with 7 sales last week. Great job, brother. And obviously, Francisco and Steven, highest roller of last week. Okay. I do want the partners to come up one by one to promote up their newest leaders. We'll start with Steven. Okay. Steven, let us know what worked for you, and then help us get you guys promoted.
All right, guys. So what worked for me is just being accountable. Just like if you guys see all the high rollers, like a Fernando that's doing really great, Cam, even like Sebastian and Jeremy. These are the individuals that are speaking on GroupMe. These are the individuals that I see every day with their video. I see them talk. I see them ask questions. A part of it is just being a part of the team. You know, you got to be accountable. You got to be counted in. I could always, every morning, I could probably say, Fernando's probably going to say something, and he's brand spanking new. So good stuff for you, Fernando. What's been really, really working for me, like I said, is whatever I say I'm going to do. I'm a man of my word. I'm not just going to say stuff and, what Vivian say, I'm looking for someone to execute. I'm looking for someone to finish off, not just speak and just talk a big game, but there's no action to it. So, and also challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. A lot of us are excited to become leaders and get promoted. Now, be a real leader, like a leader to do 8 in 3 weeks. That's great. Yay. Congratulations. But 8 in 3 weeks, we used to do 5, 3 weeks in a row to even get promoted. So don't let it water down. Don't get excited. Congratulations. There's nothing that excites me more than a promotion. But there's levels to the game. It's like an onion. It's layers. You gotta get in the middle of the layer of the onion. But just to move on forward, I have some promotions that I want to congratulate these individuals for. And go one by one, just because I feel that they need their special attention one by one, because they've done an amazing job. The first one is you probably already know him. You probably seen him. When I first met Jeff was not that exciting. Jeff was the guy. He was quiet. I said, Jeff, how you doing? I'm good. That was it. I said, Jeff, what's your experience? It's my first job. I'm like, get excited. I'm like, Jeff, are you ready for today? He says, yes, I am ready today. I said, get excited. And it's beautiful because this is his first job, and his family told him, go get a regular job, go get a normal job. And Jeff was like, I like you, Steve. I like Carlos. I'll do good. And 2 weeks later, this guy did 0.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day he does 0. I'm like, oh my shit. I feel bad for this guy. I said, Jeff, either you're going to stick it through and you're going to make it work and you're going to make a lot of money, or that's the only option you have. He says, yes, I'm going to be good. So he goes in, he gets a haircut, he gets some slacks, he gets some dress shoes, he gets that belt, he learns how to tuck in the shirt, he learns how to talk to people, and it's an amazing story. But this guy is my favorite, and he's getting promoted today. So congratulations, Jeff.
Let's go.
So Jeff, can you say something real quick? I want to hear your voice. What's working for you, real quick?
Wait, I can't hear it. Sorry, it's because the blazers are next to my ear.
Sorry. Can you repeat what you just said?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, wait. Can you repeat what you said? Because I couldn't hear the
I
ending
said,
of it.
Jeff, can you give us some word of wisdom of what's been working for you, Jeff? Put yourself
Honestly,
on video right now. I want to see your
all
face.
right. Hold on.
I don't care if you're getting a haircut. Put yourself on video.
Give me a second. You see? Is it good? No. Is it on?
Can
Is
we
it
see
on?
Jeff? Okay, we can see you, Jeff.
All right. So what worked for me? Steve.
Hi, Kaon. Hi, Sam.
So what worked for
Jeff,
me was what worked for me was honestly just persevering, just sticking with it, learning how to do it. Because if I were to quit, I know I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. I wouldn't have learned anything. It would have just been like it's my first job, like teaching. What experience would I have gotten out of it if I quit in the beginning? What experience would I have gotten if I didn't push and keep trying and learn how to do this job? So I rolled zero for how many weeks, Steve?
2.
2 weeks straight. I rolled a zero. My first sale was in a barbershop. Steve went with me that day. That was my very first sale, and I got excited. After that, I started rolling zero again. I got nothing. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. And I went out there. I got 2 sales. That was more than I've done ever by myself. I got excited. The next week, I do 5 sales. I'm like, all right. I only need a little bit more for that promotion. And then I roll zero for 3 days. And I'm getting stressed out, and I'm not selling. But then I get the 2 sales because honestly, like I said, if I wouldn't have gone out, there were times I laid down in my cart and I wanted to quit because I wouldn't get a sell. But if I didn't stick with it, I wouldn't have gotten this far. It's all about sticking with it and
Congratulations.
persevering and just sticking with it and seeing what works and just getting good at it. That's all it
Awesome,
is.
awesome. So congratulations, Jeff. Can you put yourself on mute? We can hear the buzzer. So that's great. You're shaping yourself up. And just to let you guys know, Jeff couldn't do it. Jeff wouldn't get promoted today if he didn't work a Saturday to hit his goals. He worked every Saturday so far. There was weeks that he was behind his goals, and I was like, Jeff, get your ass out of there. What are you doing? Don't be a couch potato. Go out there and hit your goal. And just being a student and listening to the advice really got him promoted. So congratulations again, Jeff. The next promotion is you guys probably know or you don't know. This is my little brother. This is his second job. He used to work Del Taco. He used to tell me, hey, Steve, Del Taco paid me $200 in a week. Congratulations. I'm like, what the fuck you getting excited about? Like, what are you getting excited about? You worked 40 hours, 30 hours. You made shitload of tacos. What are you getting excited about? He says, yeah, I'm excited about my first paycheck, but I'm not excited about the people I'm working with. They're like that $200. I need more. And if you know Edgar or you got to know him, he's gonna be a police officer soon. He's a guy who has a 4.0 GPA. He's a guy who's really into what he wants to do and he's really goal oriented. And just be honest with you, he gets very frustrated very fast if he doesn't hit his goal. I thought I had a temper, but this guy has a temper. And he tells me, man, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna be better than you. I'm like, man, this is not a race. I don't think you're gonna be better than me, but we'll see. So he actually persevered through. He worked a Saturday. My guys are Saturday weekend warriors. And again, this is Edgar, and he's getting promoted today. So congratulations, Edgar. All right. Edgar, are you on the line? Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
All right. So Edgar, can you let us know what's been really working for you and what's your goals moving forward?
Well, what's really been working for me right now is basically you guys. These meetings motivate me, inspire me to do more. The one-on-one conversations with my brother really actually helped me. They actually motivate me more than ever. And actually, right now I'm reading a book, a 10x book from Grant Cardone. Now, I believed in myself when I started this, even though I wrote like a zero a week or two. I believed in myself. The city offered me a job. I was like, it was during the middle when I was rolling zeros, 16 hours. No, $16 per hour. I'm like, but I saw the opportunity in this job. I saw me building an empire, etc., etc. That's why I stay. Even though I was rolling zeros, I was like, I don't care. This has a huge. I recognize the opportunity this job has. I got motivated from you guys. I got inspired by you guys. Now I'm reading a book to motivate me even more. You know, that's actually been working for me.
Great. And what are some of your goals moving forward, Edgar? Okay, so no problems. He's echoing. Okay, guys. So hopefully, you guys goals move forward, guys. You know, a part of it is getting promoted, but what's the next step moving forward? Okay, so the next person moving forward, he's actually, I call him the Korean zombie. If you know him, he's like the Korean pop star. You know, he got that hairdo that he never want to cut. But he's an individual that, you know, is very quiet. I call him the silent assassin. And, you know, he's the same thing with Edgar. He gets frustrated. He's trying to compete. Nothing's happened for him. You know, it's just what Andy said. It's not about your talent. It's about going all out. So Sebastian, you know, he's actually getting promoted today as well. He's on the top high roller. So congratulations, Sebastian. Sebastian, are you on the line, Sebastian?
Yeah, I am.
Great. What's been working for you and some of your goals moving forward?
What's been working for me is just being really aggressive.
Really aggressive to the customers or what?
Yeah, just like pursuing and being persistent.
Be aggressive or being persistent?
Both.
Both. You're choke holding the customers? Okay, so what else? What else has been working for you?
Well, going back to follow-ups, yes, it's been working for me too. This whole week, it's all been follow-ups.
Great, great, great. So if you guys heard it, I heard it from Diego, and he's the follow-up king. So a lot of things that you guys hear on these calls, maybe it takes an hour a day, whatever, but it only takes 10 seconds for you to realize that 10-second conversation with one of these leaders or these high rollers or the partners really make a big impact in changing your perspective and changing your production as well. Okay, so congratulations again, Sebastian. Next person on my team getting promoted, this individual, if you didn't know, you probably haven't seen her on the board, but she was working way prior to this. She runs her own business. She remodels houses, so she runs her own business, and she found this opportunity as a different income, another stream of income. And every time I work with this girl, I will roll a zero. Every single day I go with this girl, I will write a zero. And I'm like, you're freaking bad luck. You know, I never roll zeros. But, you know, again, my team, they started off rough. I'm in downtown. They started off rough, but they really persevered, they're persistent, they're aggressive, not to the customers, but to the opportunity. And Summer, are you on the line, Summer?
Yeah, I'm here.
Congratulations, Summer, getting promoted today. Yeah. So Summer, what's been working for you, girl? What's been working for you? Some of your goals moving forward.
Honestly, being on the calls and just taking key points that you guys say to try out with the customers, having that student mentality. I think I came in kind of feeling like, because I ran my own business, like, oh, I know what to do. Even when you would tell me things, I still would go out and do what I wanted to do. But I think it's important to have that student mentality and just take it all in. And that's honestly what's been working for me.
Great, awesome. And what's some of your goals moving forward?
Just to be able to close more and be more consistent and build that team.
Awesome, awesome. So you guys heard it. I'm gonna let you guys know something. A lot of it is just not quitting. That's the secret sauce to the business. I see a lot of people with so much potential, especially some of my new trainees that, you know, they did really good, but for them, they're not excited about growth. They're excited. They want that cigarette high. That cigarette high is instant gratification. You know, this business is not a cigarette high. You're not gonna get instant gratification. You gotta work towards it. So again, congratulations to my team on moving forward. The next step is building your team, learning how to retrain, and moving forward. Okay, guys. So that's my end, Andy.
Hey, shout out to IMS. You guys are killing it. Good job, Jeff, Summer, Sebastian, Edgar. It's gonna see the leadership, guys. Great.
That's 5 in a week, 4 in a week.
4 in a week. 4 in a week. Oh, can I say something one more time, guys? So one of the things, guys, I'll make it quick. One of the things on the leaders that's getting promoted and the current leaders right now is great. It's awesome. You guys got promoted, great. But you need to be on the top high rollers, 5 minimum. Don't walk to the finish line. Don't just be at the finish line and fall asleep. You know, you got to push it and make sure you're a high roller. You're one of the leaders really making a difference. But that's about it.
Cool. All right, and then now we'll continue with more promotions. Dre, representing PMG.
Cool. So again, I'll make it short. I already did speak on Fernando's story, man. But again, just this individual really, it's kind of like Steven said, man. It's the guys who don't quit that really persevere, and even when the going gets rough, they just stick through it and they keep pushing, right? So, Fernando, you want to share with us what worked for you, man?
To be honest, what worked for me is just looking at the. So you told me to put my dream car on my wallpaper. Every day looking at it, it made me want it. It made me want it more and more. So I attacked the field. I didn't care what was in front of me. I was attacking. And not only that, man, I want to be a top. I want to be one of the main guys in this company. Like that's my main shot.
That's awesome. That's
We have a
amazing. And
lot
for
of,
those, go ahead, Andy.
there's a lot of room up here.
I'm on my way.
Too much room. But for those of you who don't know, man, that's called the law of attraction. I did recommend that to Fernando. Andy did that with me, I want to say 4 years ago, and he told me to post a car that I really wanted to get, and I posted it as my background on my phone, and the rest was history. And you know, Fernando's on that right path. So for those of you who need that extra little motivation, that extra little push, I recommend it. I recommend you guys, you know, setting that dream car of yours as your lock screen, and because I mean, in reality, you look at your lock screen 100 times a day, right? But congratulations, Fernando.
Thank you.
Welcome to leadership, brother. That's all I have, Andy.
Yeah. Good job, Fernando.
Thank you.
All right, PMG, cool. So we'll get into Stefan. Stefan, are you gonna speak on behalf of your team? Or is
I'll
it
go ahead
G-Money?
and speak. I'll go ahead and speak.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mo.
So we got Cameron. We got him getting promoted today. As far as that goes, he's been promoted actually. He's been promoted for a week already, but due to the last week not having, we had the call with Tony Robbins, so therefore we had to go ahead and fast forward to this week. But anyways, you know, late but great. We kept it great. So as far as Cam goes, you know, we go a long way. I grew up with my brother here, and as we grew up, you know, we had ups and downs, but we never gave up as far as, you know, hitting our goals, graduating to business. Right? So it's a long way coming, and there's more to come in the future. So yeah, you know, Cam came a long way. You know, going through ups and downs in the business. You know, always willing to learn from the failures. In this business, we never lose. We either win or we learn. That's the motto here. You know, so as far as that goes, yeah, you know, it's been a long journey. He started off like end of last year of 2019, and walking into this business, and this Corona got in the way. Still, man, this man, he had a bulletproof mentality. He had his purpose. He has his daughter that, you know, he's doing it for in his future. And as far as I see everything, you know, I'm right here to, you know, support you, my brother. And I'm glad that you're at this leadership point. He also has helped me train other reps that has turned into leaders. So he already had that leadership mentality. It's just that due to timing and growing with the business, you know, everybody has their own time as far as getting to leadership, right? So now is their time to shine, and grind and make it happen. So yeah, man, great job getting promoted. You know, through all the ups and downs, you made it here, and you did not give up. You persevered. You know, as during Corona, we were trying to find options to pick up with the opportunity with our company, and he was one person that was always there. We're trying to do phone calls, trying to call customers out of state. Me, Stefan, Gio, we had Cam, Ernest hop on. We're just trying to do this the mobile way, or even coming out to the field. So overall, through this pandemic, through this situation, it's awesome to know that we are promoting leaders and people are willing to go out there and go above and beyond their boundaries to really make it happen. So as far as Cam goes, man, congratulations, brother. You more than deserve this opportunity. You want to go ahead and tell us what worked for you during this whole journey of success? Cameron, you on the line?
Yeah, I'm on the line. Thank you, Mo. I just want to say it has
Sure.
been a journey, coming to this point. At one point before the corona, I had 14 sales, so I needed one more. Next week came back, missed it by one again, so it's been a journey, but I made it. I never gave up. Um, there's this quote from our lyric from a song. It's Kendrick Lamar. It's 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So that really resonated with me. You got to make sure that you're prepared. That's one of the 7 habits. So that's what's been working for me. Just getting my mind prepared. Um, just opening my eyes to the opportunity. Really listening to what these customers are saying, what they want, and going out there and making it happen. I got my little daughter, man, she be keeping myself in check. Every day after the field, she'll call me or I'll call her and she'll be like, Daddy, did you get a donut today? And I can't tell the little ones that I'm getting donuts, so I always have to put something up, so I always got to make sure that I'm remembering who I'm doing it for and just taking it to the next level.
No more donuts. That's right, man. Thank you, Cameron. Great job, man. You definitely deserve this, and and the world is ours, and the success is unlimited. Make it happen.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome, Cam.
Thank you, Ken.
So on our team, Dark Side Breadwinners, we got 2 more promotions. We got Jay $, who really likes his name. Good shit, bro. He's pretty new. I mean, this is like week number 4 for him. He came from Indeed, and I really like this cat, man, because he's so good at selling and he's like so kind of new to the business. I could always point to him as like the role model in terms of doing the right things. So I like people like that on my team where I'm able to like point that this guy's following what I'm saying or following what we're leading and teaching him, and then he's executing and performing really well. So this one, you deserve it, bro. Way to earn your promotion. Now it only gets better from here. Are you on the call, Jay $? All right, brother. Give us some blessings. What's been working for you, and why are you getting promoted today?
Honestly, it was you just kept telling me like you're a closer, you're a winner, and then I realized like how much I argue with that in my head, and I got sick of being excuse my French, sick of being a fucking loser, so I fucking just went for it. And I constantly just tell myself in my head like I'm a winner. Every time before I walk in the door, you're a winner, just kind of talk good about yourself in your head, and that's what's been working for me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Great.
that is awesome. I'm getting goosebumps. Good stuff. Good job, Gio.
You're welcome.
Excellent job, Jeremy.
So that goes to show you guys like your mind is the most powerful tool you have. Like it all ends and stops in your head. I've always been preaching that, and I'm a firm believer of like manifesting what you want to the world. Now the next promotion I got going on my team is we got Hugo making that transition from leader to team leader. And this is awesome, man. Right now, you can see we're going through unprecedented times. No one could have predicted what would happen in 2020. I certainly couldn't.
But when you talk about cornerstones of the family, you kind of look at Hugo as kind of like the cornerstone, one of the cornerstones of my team. This guy's a very valuable asset to me. I'm glad that he's finally becoming a team leader. He's finally able to grow his business. And I'm excited to see where he takes it from here. When I'm talking about a reliable dude, I always think of Hugo. Hugo's always reliable, cornerstone, solid dude. So now you made this transition, Hugo. Are you still on the call? Let's see. I think you're on mute, bro. It's all good. Anyways, but now he's finally able to build his team. Once this call is over, he's gonna get a new guy starting today. So good job, Hugo. Now moving forward, we could go ahead and you can continue and end us out, Steven.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gio. And guys, like I said, these promotions are beautiful, and let's get excited. Who's gonna be the first team leader out of all these freaking 20 leaders that we got? Who's gonna build? Who's gonna build the team? All right, who's gonna build that empire, that dynasty? Okay.
You already know it's the one and only right here who's gonna be the first.
Mr. Fernando. Okay, good job, man. Let's see. Okay, and then guys, a part of being a leader is being outspoken, setting up your goals, not just be the rep that does production, but the ones that's gonna motivate and inspire others. And a leader is someone who creates a following. So just keep that in mind for you great leaders out there and you new leaders out there. But guys, what's really I feel that's been working for me is identifying whether I got the seller or not. Last week, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mondays I don't really work just because I do payroll. I have a lot of things going on. I gotta manage my team. I gotta pay my team out and all that great stuff. So I didn't work that day, but I understand me as a partner, I have a certain standard. My standard is really high, and I don't want Gio to talk shit to me the whole week. So I gotta make sure I keep up to par. But identifying the no's from my I don't know. That's part of the close. If you guys don't know already, if you are speaking to a customer, once I get a bill, I know whether I'm a closer or not. I know the percentage, whether I have a 30%, 50%, 60%, 75% ratio of closing. Can you mute your line? Here I go. Thank you so much. So when I get the bill and I'm looking at the customers, first, the first thing I'm identifying with this customer is whether this customer is on the same vibe and the same energy I am. Because if they're giving me pushback, it's already a red flag. If this individual is having I had DirecTV before, I owe them money, it's a red flag. If I see DirecTV on the box on their TV, that's a red flag. You gotta identify red flags. You gotta identify whether this customer is an easy customer, a dolphin, a whale, a great white. You gotta be able to identify all that, because at the end of the day, you're gonna identify how you're gonna be able to close them. I'm looking at the price. I'm able to say, I'm saving him no money. If I shoot out a promotion, shoot out a referral already, at least there's some savings. Because if I shoot it out later or too late in the presentation, I'm not going to close the individual. I also know that I'm not going to just give out everything away. If I don't need to give out a referral, I'm not going to give out a referral. I'm not going to give out 32-inch TV, because we are going to make the promotion too good to be true. If I got to give them a higher package just to raise the price so they're saving 50, 60 bucks, then we got to do that to be able to make it more realistic. So what I'm doing is I'm analyzing the energy of the customer. I'm analyzing the bill. I'm analyzing what kind of promotions, what they have, the red flags. And the biggest thing, guys, is I'm already 5 steps ahead on how to close the customer. So just make it simple, because I know we're going over the call. Listen to the customer, gather as much information, as much ammunition as possible. And then when you gather as much ammunition as possible, identify the red flags, and then close the customer out. Whether you got to give them a referral or you don't have to, whether you're going to throw on the TV or you don't have to. And then you're going to teach your guys and your gals, new leaders out there, the easiest way to get deals is identify whether you got to know or I don't know. A customer that says, oh, I hate AT&T. I don't like you guys. I don't want you guys. I love Spectrum. That is a no customer. These customers, just like what Diego is doing, they just talk. You just leave them alone. Have a nice day. Bye. Don't waste time with these customers. The customers that are saying, where does the installation go? How much is the second year? What kind of channels I get? What happens to internet? These are buying signs. These are questions you want to hear from these customers. These are deals that you're going to close. So just make sure you're able to identify these buying signs, and identify these red flags, and all the sales that come through. Very, very simple. Very, very easy. So again, that's basically it for this call. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. We'll have a longer call next time. Okay, thank you.